Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jordyn. Welcome to today's video where I get to make the coolest custom cardigan that I've made to date. At least I'm hoping it turns out that way. I just got a custom order from a really good friend named Katie. After chatting with some friends about yarn and cardigans and colorways that I've done and colorways that I want to do in the future, and I showed a picture of this cardigan made by Andrea at Wickedly Handmade, who I absolutely adore, by the way. I follow her on Instagram and just eat her content up. She makes all sorts of granny hexagon cardigans in the coolest colorways. I have been inspired by her for a long time, and I also did purchase her cardigan pattern and used that to learn how to make granny hexagon cardigans myself. And I have always had my eye on this colorway in particular. She calls this her Colliding Moods cardigan. And though it doesn't fit my aesthetic perfectly, I do love the rainbow side of it, but I personally don't really have a dark side to my aesthetic. But I have some friends in mind who do fit this aesthetic perfectly, and Katie is one of them. And I shared this picture with her, and she asked if this was something feasible, something I'd be able to make. And I said, absolutely. And I've had it pegged in my mind for you for a while. And then she just took it upon herself to place an order, which was so kind. And I'm about to drop everything to make this for her because her birthday is in less than 2 weeks, and I kind of want to rush this order to get it to her as close to then as possible. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm so excited about it. The very first thing I need to do is go to the store and pick up some yarn. Obviously, I have many colors to obtain, but especially for the rainbow side, if I buy a skein in every color, I should be able to reuse them and make multiples of this cardigan, depending on how I arrange them and how much I have left over. So that's great, but either way, this is totally going to be worth all the colors that go into it. Normally I make my standard sized cardigans with 17 rows. I think I'm gonna go for 18 rows on this one so that I can have 3 shades of each rainbow color on the rainbow side. And then we'll just have to see for the black and white side how many different shades I come across. But as you can see in this picture, those are a little bit thicker than the rainbow stripes, so it will all work out. I'm excited to go to the yarn store and just see what speaks to me and pick up all the different shades I need for this cardigan, and then I'm gonna come back and get to work. This is perfectly coinciding with the start of Love Island, which is sort of my guilty pleasure reality show that I do keep up with. It's on 5 nights a week, which is a huge commitment, but crocheting is the perfect thing to do while watching. So that's my plan for tonight and for the nights in the foreseeable future until I finish this cardigan and can get it shipped off to Katie. So with that, I'm going to go yarn shopping. I will take you with me, and then I'll come back and get started on crocheting. Okay, friends, I have a very exciting update because I have made it very far into my cardigan and it's going so well and I love how it's turning out. So I just need to show you, I have officially finished both sleeves. So I'm honestly like 90% of the way done with the cardigan. So I thought I'd do one little update about my process so far before finishing it off and modeling it for you. But let's just start with the very exciting rainbow sleeve. Oh my gosh, I am so obsessed. I think this looks so good. I ended up using 18 individual colors and I love that it spans the entire rainbow, also with a little bit of pink in the very center there. And when I was at the store, I tried to pick out roughly 3 shades of each color, and I did try to get them to have a little bit of variation. The only one that I struggled a little bit with was yellow, because all of the shades of yellow looked really similar, and even here in the cardigan they have the least amount of contrast. So I actually ended up doing 3 rows that are basically pink or red, and then 2 rows that I would consider orange, and then 1 kind of orangey yellow here, and then 2 rows of official yellow, 3 rows of different greens, this kind of tealish color, which is definitely showing up as blue on camera. So counting that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of blue because that had the most variation of all the color options. And then 3 rows of purple. So like I said, 18 rows in total, 18 colors. I think it looks so good. And then for the sleeve, what I ended up doing was just using black for the cinching of the cuff and then for the cuff itself. So I think the sleeve looks so good. And what I'm really excited about is that I obviously bought 18 skeins of yarn in these 18 different colors, but I will be able to reuse them. I put all the skeins of yarn in a bag or else I would pull them out, but judging from this purple color that I used the most of, this dark purple, I think that I used less than half of the skein for this cardigan, which tells me that I do think I can make one more sleeve exactly the same way, and then in order to really maximize all of the colors, I can flip it so I can have the purples on the inside and the reds and pinks on the outside, and probably get 2 more sleeves of the opposite version, because the math actually works out that if I flip the colors, it ends up being the exact same number of stitches for each color throughout the 2 flipped versions of the sleeve. So that will be my long-term eventual goal, is to get 4 rainbow sleeves out of the 18 skeins of colored yarn. But it will definitely be after I finish this cardigan and all of the other custom orders and orders in general that I have on deck. And then to complement the rainbow side, of course, I have the, I don't know what to call it, the grayscale side, but this is how that turned out. So for this side, I picked out 6 different colors, and then I did 3 rows of each shade of white, gray, and black. And I think it turned out great. I love the kind of ombre gradient look to it. I did the same thing where I used black then for the cinching of the sleeve and the cuff. And now all that is left to do is for me to connect these 2 sides. I think I am just going to connect them with 2 rows on the back. So I'm going to add 1 more row of this dark purple and then 1 more row of black and use those 2 rows to connect. And when I'm doing the second one, I will attach it as I go, so I don't have to do any sewing or anything. And then the last thing to determine will be whether I do like a border around the entire thing. I like to do the border mostly for the back, like neck section, and the bottom of the back where the 2 sides connect. That's where I really think it needs to be smoothed out with some sort of border. But an asymmetrical cardigan like this that has such different color stories on both sides makes it challenging to choose a color to do the border with. If anything, I think I would choose black, but I think I'm gonna think about it a little bit longer while I'm connecting up the back. I'll see how it looks when I'm at that point. I mean, I did have the black on this colored sleeve here on the cuff, so I actually do think it would look fine to then have black be the border as well. And that'll just be like the rooting color of the entire cardigan. But yeah, I'm just so excited to get this one finished up. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will come back with a final update, trying the cardigan on, showing you the full look, front and back, everything. And I'm just so excited. I am finished. I can't even wait for my AC to kick off for better sound to do this update because I am absolutely obsessed. The cardigan turned out so well. I'm so excited. The person that I'm sending this to sent me her arm length dimensions, so I made sure to make the sleeves long enough to fit her, and I'm excited about that. I just think the colors look so good. You get the Colliding Moods vibe that, like I said, was so inspired by Wickedly Handmade's version of this cardigan. I'm not sure if she's the original person to do something like this, but she is definitely where I got all of my inspiration. I did end up doing a black border, just one row of single crochets around the entire front and bottom of the cardigan. It especially helps the back portion right here where the two colors connect. It adds just a little bit more kind of rigidity and structure across that connection point, which I love. And then same for the back connection point. It helps kind of straighten out that bottom hem. Let me turn around to show you the back of the cardigan. I think it looks so good. I cannot wait to send this off. All I'm gonna do right now is take some pictures of me in it, and then I'm getting this baby packaged up and shipped off today so that it can get to the customer and she can wear it. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute on her. And like I said, I'm excited to make some more of this cardigan because I did purchase the grayscale yarn in quantities that I think will yield multiple cardigans. And then I have all of the rainbow colors just begging to be made into more. But that is all that I have for this video. Let me know what you think of this cardigan. Would you make or wear something like this? Is this outside of your comfort zone in terms of how kind of wild and vibrant it is, or is it exactly your vibe? I would love to hear. Honestly, I'm like, I would also kind of just like a rainbow cardigan because that is very much my vibe. This was so much fun to make and I would love to hear your feedback on it. One last thing, in case anybody is wanting to recreate this for themselves, I did end up using a 6.5mm hook, and I believe every single yarn that I used was a 4-weight. I did mix and match brands just a little bit, specifically on the grayscale side, because like I said, I wanted to buy them in larger quantities in some of the colors, but this particularly is 100% acrylic, and now I'm just so excited and inspired to try even more kind of two-tone combinations. I think that is a really fun idea to experiment with. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you would make this for yourself, or if this is something I should think about offering in my Etsy store. That's something I did for one of my previous custom orders. The customer herself said, hey, you should add this to your Etsy because I was searching and couldn't find anything like this. Now this, I'm not saying other versions don't exist. Obviously I got this from another creator, so I'm sure there are options out there, but let me know if this is something you think would be worth pricing out and listing on my Etsy shop in case other people want to buy and not make for themselves something like this. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else, so thank you so much for watching this video and I will see you in my next one.